Fuck you. Theoretically, you spend $60 on a game. You pop it in, and it's like, oh, we didn't finish the game. Yeah, good enough. 60 bucks, please. We didn't finish it, so wait an hour to download this update. Fuck you. I hate this practice so much. Because it's a practice of, we don't have to worry about finishing the game and creating a worthwhile $60 worthy product. Just shove it out there. Fuck you. I'm gonna play the product that you thought was good enough to put on the fucking shelf, you shitbags. Finish the game next time. Is my fucking mic gonna pick up the meows from our new kitten? I'm trying to be all mad at this game, and there's a fucking kitten meowing its fucking head off. Hopefully it won't pick up. Bethesda, crook-ass pieces of shit. Arcane, accomplices, but ultimately innocent. I'm gonna talk a lot of shit about this game, but I want you to know, ZeniMax, they are the ones I'm shitting on. The ZeniMax are the evil ones here. ZeniMax are the perpetrators of sin. Arcane Studios, they were just making their little game. And ZeniMax was like, call it Prey. They didn't have a decision in that. That was a marketing decision. They were making Arcane Shock. They were making their cute little System Shock 2 spiritual successor, and they had this intellectual property slapped on their product. All dialogue, please. At least it's not off by default. I fucking hate that. That's whatever. I'm not gonna be playing much of this. Yeah, normal, it's fine. Oh, so progressive. Hey, look at this, you guys. This is how you know your main character is going to be nothing. Because paying for 2 separate voice actors is fucking expensive. Which means they're not going to waste money and time on writing dialogue for a character that they're going to have to dish out twice as much money for a voice actor to play the male version and the female version. We're going with the female version, by the way. That's part 1 of why this game is bullshit. But I will come back around to talking about that, because I'm going to start off talking about why it's bullshit for trying to be System Shock, and then I'm going to evolve into talking about why it's bullshit for being called Prey. My hatred of this game is multi-tiered. We're going to have to peel back the layers, the onion layers, the rotten onion that is Prey 2017. I didn't buy this game, by the way. That's why I said, hypothetically, you spend $60 on this. I'm not spending fucking $60 on this abomination. This game's existence offends me. And I am not someone who is easily offended. But, like, at minimum, the naming of this game as Prey is an act of evil. And I hope you will understand why I am, like, going hard in on that claim by the end of this video. That is my goal with this video. To make you understand.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Good gender-neutral name, though. And again, not throwing any shade on Arcane Studios. Arcane ain't done nothing wrong from where I'm sitting. Aesthetically speaking, I like the way this game looks. It has a great little art style.
Send a helicopter to pick you up. It's just a few tests.
Visually, it looks... Okay, that sensitivity is a little... Usually the sensitivity is too high. Is too low. Oh, wait. Okay. Usually the sensitivity is too low, but that was too high by default for some reason.
Really great you decided to come on board. We're gonna shake things up, Morgan. Like old times.
Just like old times. Hold on. There we go. And I'm sure they did their little best to make a fun little System Shock-esque game, like, cause that's kind of Arcane Studios' thing, is remaking, like reimagining classic Looking Glass Studios games in the like modern conventions of what gaming is nowadays. And I liked Dishonored, and Dishonored was their Thief remastering, and I don't like it as much as the original Thief, and there's problems I had with that game, but it's a good little game. I like Thief, and you know, in a perfect world, in a white room, I would be able to take this game on its own merits and be like, you know what, let's just judge this as what it's trying to present itself as a System Shock 2 thing, and on that merit alone, it's fine. Again, I have my problems with it, just like I have problems with Dishonored in creative decisions that were made that I'm like, no, the original thing did that you're doing differently from, did it better. I don't know why you didn't stick more closely to the thing you were ripping off, because the things you changed made your thing not as good. Now, I'm just gonna front load the niceness now, okay? Because I'm gonna go hot and heavy. But I'm gonna start out trying to be fair. Trying to give this game I'm not giving this game the benefit of the doubt for shit. I'm gonna try and be fair to Arcane Studios, though, because I like those guys. I'm sure they did their best. And, you know, disagreements about certain creative decisions and artistic liberties aside, I'm sure they made the game that they wanted to make, and that's not something you can ever talk shit about in terms of an artist. You know, you failed at self-expression. No, you made the game you wanted to make.
Heard there's a chopper on the roof. Must be for you.
You made a little System Shock 2, but you know, like you human revolutionized it. Like, you know how System Shock 2 was like Deus Ex, but survival horror. So this is like Human Revolution, but survival. And you can't say you didn't accomplish that. And as far as that merit goes, there's a lot about this that's hard to Bethesda Softworks presents. See, look, like, the artistry is there.
Clear skies all the way.
And again, I do love the art style. For some reason, something about, like, Arcane's art direction really works for me. And look, that got some sweet music here that I'm sure I'm going to get copyright flagged for, because fuck everything in this world.
That's a nice view on the bay there.
Arcane Studios, production. You guys are cool, okay? You guys are you were riding in the passenger seat, and when they pulled up to the bank and went out and started putting on their balaclavas, you were like, what? What's happening? What? And then they just sat there in the passenger seat while the alarm started going off, and the shootouts started going down, they were uninvolved. They were a witness to it. They would technically go down as accomplices, but they didn't get out of the car, they didn't pull a trigger. Pray. So, as far as this court case goes...
Mind the glass on the way out. Good luck to you.
As far as this court case goes, Arcane Studios, they're going to get a much lighter sentence.
Hello, Dr. Yu. I'm a Sybil 495 science class operator.
I don't care.
Welcome, Morgan Yu. You have a 9 a.m. appointment in the testing facility. Please confirm.
Are we gonna cause a resonance cascade?
Morgan! Finally! Hey,
Ah!
you
This
don't
is
look terrible in a TranStar uniform.
this is
How's your eye?
way too close.
Still red? I know the test might seem a little unconventional, but it's a you.
This is much closer than I ever wanted to be.
Once you start the test, just do whatever comes natural.
To that face.
Don't overthink it. Dr. Bellamy's going to walk you through the process. You're in good hands. We'll be in orbit next week. I promise.
Mr. Yu, they're ready for your sister in room A.
Right.
See, look at that. That's a whole other line of dialogue that they had to write and pay a voice actor to say. Pressing the button. Come on. I want to talk shit about this game. Can we start the game?
Dr. Bellamy. Looks
Oh,
like we
man.
have some tests to run through today. Probably not the kind of thing you're used to, I imagine.
Whatever, Sokolov.
Trust me, you're going to do fantastic. All good?
Or Pietro.
Great.
Yeah, you're
Let's
Pietro,
begin.
not so.
For this
Sokolov's got the
test,
beard.
I'd like you to
You're
remove the
Pietro.
boxes from the red circle as quickly as you can. Just go with your gut. Okay? Wonderful. Press the red button when you're ready.
Oh my god. Hurry up, please.
Wonderful. You're absolutely fine. Let's move on.
Oh my god, what is it with dumb scientists in shit like this where they are actually the worst when it comes to hiding the fact that they're up to some shady bullshit? That's...
Hey,
oh, what the
be
fuck?
careful.
Did she freak out?
I'd
Did
like
you
to
see
do
that?
your best to hide in this room. Take your time, relax, think it over. No, I'm kidding. You only have 9 seconds. Hit the red button when you're ready to start.
Oh. It seems weird that you wouldn't...
She's hiding behind the chair.
That's pretty funny.
Any synaptic register at all? No? No, that's fine.
That's actually pretty funny.
Sorry, let's keep things moving, Morgan. Head into room C.
Don't you fucking judge me. This room's fucking empty, you stupid assholes. Where am I supposed to hide? Pieces of shit. I can't hide behind here.
Here we go. For this test, please press the blue button across the room as quickly as you can.
Oh my god, did this really necessitate a
Natural,
tutorial?
intuitive way possible, without thinking. Just go for it. Press the red button.
Who in their right mind didn't immediately, intuitively figure out how to jump over this the second that they walked in the room? Did you really need to wait for the
red button
fucking
starts the test.
scientist?
Could someone please explain to me what's happening? Simmons?
I installed exactly what Tina brought down.
Did you double check?
Speaker's still on.
You guys are the
apologize,
worst
Morgan.
shady
Having some
scientists.
trouble with the equipment.
You guys are the worst morally complicit
One last
scientists.
room. Let's step into D.
There are only 3 lights. The 4 lights. Anyway. Can I sit? I always hate when you can't sit in games. Oh, shit!
Can someone get me a cup of coffee? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Morgan. Have a seat at the table for me, please.
Click, 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 click.
Wonderful job.
I'm bug testing your stupid user interface.
I'm going to show you a
Will it crash if I excessive
the
clicking?
answer that makes the most sense to you. Press start on the screen when you're ready.
I'm starting. Let's go. Hang on, navigation somewhere new.
Good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. Keep going.
For your actions, it was worth it. It was worth it.
That's heavy stuff.
Oh, fuck this. Do nothing. I'm not...
Not your problem, right?
No, the tram question is such false morality. Push the fat man. Fuck you. I'm a sociopath.
Almost done.
Yeah, what now? I'm a sociopath. That's what you got on your hands right now. Fuck you. Push the fat man.
You know what? I'd probably do the same thing.
You know...
Well done. Well done. We're nearly through it. For this next part, I'm going to display an image. I want you to take a good look at it.
Oh,
The moment I'm
did you
going
see
to
that?
ask you what... Is my coffee? It's empty.
Yeah, face huggers. Oh. So there's your dumb pseudo-tutorial mindfuck opening of the game. Now we can get to the game, and I can actually talk about what I wanted to talk about.
Alex,
Simmons, what's going on?
we have a problem.
What about Morgan?
She's alive, sedated.
Clean it up. I'm on my way.
Didn't Simmons just get mouth raped by a tentacle monster?
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Is that the same day or the next day? I wasn't paying enough attention. Hold on. Oh, did it not say? Nope, yeah, same day. March 15th. It's repeating. We have ourselves a groundhog. Groundhog confirmed for groundhog. Oh no! 'Twas a mind fuck the whole time! Oh, we got ourselves a wrench, motherfuckers!
My code name is January. You're not dreaming.
Yeah, here we go. This is some...
If you want to know what's going on, first you need
Oh.
to get out of your apartment building.
That's actually interesting. Oh, I just did that totally intuitively. Through power of shitposting, I made my way out of that.
You're in the simulation lab. Now get to the exit. I'll keep in contact.
So there is your system shock opening. There's your wake up in the med lab.
Hey, Morgan. Wake up. You're burning daylight.
Or waking up in the
It's just a few tests.
what was it in System Shock 2? You wake up out of cryo sleep and have the doctor lady being like, yo.
Really great you decided to come on board. We're gonna shake.
So here's why I don't think this game makes for a great System Shock successor. Because System Shock is more... No, specifically System Shock 2. System Shock... Yeah. System Shock was Ultima Underworld, but science fiction. It had elements of, like, horror as anything that's, you know, science fiction kind of takes inspiration from Aliens or Alien. So it had aspects of that, for sure. But gameplay-wise, it was... Yeah, basically, I don't know if it was the exact same engine, but it was basically... Oh, thank God. I'm always very appreciative of that. Oh, I thought it would tell me. Okay. I don't know if it was the exact same engine, but it was at minimum a alteration of the Ultima Underworld engine, which is why it's like so hard to go back and play that game without excessive modding. I think there's actually like an emulator of System Shock 1 that makes it have like sane controls. I actually really like the original System Shock. I think it ages pretty dang well, all things considered. Yeah, that's what you got, bitch. Ain't got shit. Oh, is there more? Music's freaking out. System Shock 2 was Deus Ex with survival horror. And the thing about System Shock 2 is it was more than just Deus Ex with survival horror. Okay, music, you gotta tone it down. There's no enemies in the room. Gotta chill out. What defined System Shock 2, and to my System Shock the series, was its sense of character. Like, that is a franchise that is almost entirely built on the strength of its villain. You could make a very, very strong argument that if there's no Shodan, then it's not System Shock. Shodan is System Shock. I mean, she's long remembered and beloved as one of the best villains in video games for a very strong reason. Like, the core strength of that series is based on what a kick-ass villain Shodan is. So, my problem with this game...
Everyone calls them mimics. Be careful what you pick up.
...is... I don't think it has a Shodan! Unless it's gonna pull some endgame twist and be like, nah bro, the whole time... turned out, like, either it's not gonna do that, and it's like, well then you fucked up to a degree, or it is gonna do that, in which case, really obvious. So I guess it's a zero-sum game. What I would have done is not try and do the twist, where it turns out the helper lady that is helping you out and guide, like your Cortana, it turns out she was Shodan the whole time. Because that's what System Shock 2 did. And that's actually a minor spoiler.
What's going on?
Because, like, Shodan was such a great villain. When you first started out in System Shock 1, you don't even have, like, she doesn't even know you're there. Shodan has, for all intents and purposes, basically already won by the time you start System Shock 1. And the relationship you have with Shodan is so interesting because, technically speaking, your character is sort of her creator. Because your character is this hacker who was hired to take the ethical restraints off of Shodan, which I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Like, how did you think that was gonna end, you guys? Fucking idiots. Someone never watched 2001: A Space Odyssey. So you kind of are responsible for what happened on the station and giving Shodan her power, like taking off her chains. She went crazy because of your deeds, and you did it all so that you wouldn't go to jail, for one thing. Again, if anyone is not blameless here, it's Arcane Studios. I'm kind of not paying attention here, but this whole like section is very good at like what it's attempting to accomplish. And we have some really fun science fiction concepts going on with like the holodeck glass here. Oh Jesus! You actually got me. You actually got me, buddy. Good job. And when you start out, you wake up and the whole station's been fucked over and destroyed, and you start gradually figuring out what happened and who Shodan is and what she did, and it isn't until you actually stick your dick in. Oh, that's fair. In one of Shodan's like projects.
The mimics from multiplying since they broke containment.
Really?
To help you stay alive.
They're pretty fragile, all things considered. I'm beating them up with a wrench. No one? Jesus Christ, you guys all suck. That's not a testament to the mimics. That's just speaking to how incompetent y'all are. The corpse vanishes. It does? It's right here. See? I'm hitting it. It ain't going anywhere. You guys are idiots. When you first, like, fuck you. When you first actually stick your dick in one of her things, she's like... she reacts to you with this, like, sincere disbelief and confusion. Music, you gotta take it down a notch, dude. Seriously. And it's like, who are you? Like, she's seriously confused and taken off guard. Yeah, and it's this great, like, sincere moment for a villain. Like, for an fuck you, I'm not doing it. For a, like, for an all-powerful, like, I can't let you do that, Dave. What's the fucking computer from fucking 2001 called? Holy shit. I actually can't remember what the fucking computer from 2001 is called now. I feel really embarrassed. For that kind of villain, that reaction is like, it kind of takes her off guard. You're like, oh. Like, she really wasn't expecting that. And you get this, like, weird personal relationship going with her, where she, like, really just starts to fucking hate you. And those kind of, like, relationships with antagonists in video games are actually kind of rare. Where you're actually making the fucking villain legit upset with what you're doing. And she had this, like, really unique, like, cadence, the way she talked, which was a testament to her voice actor, who actually was, like, a singer in a band. The very band that did the music for the original System Shock, actually. You can hear Shodan's voice actor. Oh, I wasn't... I wasn't looking! The game apparently tried to do something spooky and I wasn't paying attention to it. Woo! Eh? No? Okay. Trying to... Oh. What's up, buddy? Come on. Okay. Okay. Now it's a little too slow. They had it right at first. It was fast for just looking around, but too slow for combat. There we go. And yeah, like, obviously, like, Shodan is known for her personality. But what, like, set it apart, I think, and it's relevant because this game is obviously going for a System Shock 2 kind of. How do I switch weapon? Oh, lean! It's balanced for lean, you guys. We did it. There we go. It's balanced for lean. Oh, I guess you can kind of sneak past these guys if you... Fuck out of here. Got time for you. I'm trying to talk about Shodan. Since this...
In the foyer. Grab the neuromod you see in the display case. Normally it's a fake, but I swapped in a real one for you. The neuromods are critical.
I appreciate
you won't
it.
survive without using them.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna die.
To install new aptitude.
Since this game is going for a System Shock 2 thing, Shodan and the way she's done in System Shock 2 is actually more relevant, because in System Shock 2, you might actually be forgiven for not realizing she's even in that game for the first section of it. That is, if you ignore the box art and the install screen and the opening of the game. That is a little, like, they did fuck that up a little bit, where they're trying to be all slick and pretend Shodan isn't in their game. And then, like, the game, you start up the game, and it's like, look at you, hacker, a pathetic creature of meat and bone. And it's like, what? And it's like, don't worry about it. And then you start the game, drink the water, and you start the game, and you wake up, and it's Xerxes, not Shodan, because Shodan was defeated. So it's like, why would it be Shodan? And it's Xerxes and the Hive Mind type deal. I forget what they're called. They're, like, basically, you know, one of those Zerg-esque... Actually, like, they're more like John Carpenter's The Thing. These, like, creepy, deranged, like, John Carpenter The Thing aliens that are running around and they have this really distinct sense of personality to them. And that ties into... I'm tired. That ties into another way I think this game kind of fails in trying to emulate System Shock is, oh, we just have dumb shadow goop aliens. There's no sense of personality to them. What were they fucking called? The Thing aliens, the John Carpenter aliens. Cronenberg. They got Cronenberged, Morty. Morty, we gotta go to Cronenberg-verse. The Cronenberg monsters, enemies in System Shock 2, had an immediately distinct sense of personality to them. They were immediately memorable, unique in terms of villains, and in terms of, like, an enemy type that you would encounter, and they were fucking scary. Like, that's one of those games where, like, the dated graphics actually helps it be even scarier than it would be normally. Because when they're running around as, like, weird, gross teeth polygon amalgamations, they look even more otherworldly and terrifying than they would in a more realistic style. It helps them... Yeah, you're not slick. It helps them be even more creepy. And Xerxes is immediately in it the, like, sort of Shodan replacement antagonistic force who's talking to you. I'm being like, yo, you think you're slick? I'ma fuck you up. And that's what separates System Shock apart, is the relationship between the villain of the game and having a direct relationship. And as far as I know, Prey here doesn't fucking have a Shodan. Prey doesn't have a Xerxes. Either or. You know, it's just... No. Oh, look at this Bioshock shit. Oh, look at this Bioshock shit. You had to stab your... Why am I moving during this? I feel like I would put that over my eye and then... That's a bug. And then stick the needles out. I wouldn't stick the needles in and shove myself onto the fucking needles, you know? So this game not having a Shodan figure is it doesn't feel like System Shock without that. If you don't have a central antagonist, as far as I know, I think it's just these faceless goo monster aliens. And that's kind of a wasted potential. A, they're not memorable designs, and B, there's no central antagonist figure to point to and name and be like, you though. No, it's just the aliens. And they don't have a personality. They're just dumb fucking XCOM declassified goo monsters. And that's such a, the cybernetic monstrosities that Shodan created in System Shock 1, the graphics of that game are obviously limited, but they informed Shodan's character as a villain. And the Cronenberg enemies in System Shock 2 informed what the villain of those aliens, what their deal was. They were like a weird flesh-worshipping hive mind who were created by Shodan. And they actually kind of want to buddy up with you. That's the great thing about fucking System Shock 2, is it pulls a twist on you. Because, again, you start that up, and you're like, is Shodan even in this game? And that's why I'm like, oh, are they going to do that? Is the person talking to you now going to turn out to be Shodan? Because that's what System Shock 2 did. System Shock 2 starts with
your first real view of the world?
No. System Shock 2 starts with you wake up and this doctor lady is on your pod and is talking to you and it's like, yo, shit's bad. I'm gonna, tell you what to do. And she's kind of a huge cunt. And you're like, yeah, but shit's bad, so we gotta listen to her. And the great thing about that twist is you can actually kind of call it if you pay attention, because you can find audio recordings supposedly recorded by the doctor lady who's helping you out.
Good morning, Talos. As a reminder, all personnel must complete monthly physicals during their stay aboard Talos 1. Dr. DeVries promises.
Oh, I keep not looking at.
You need to get to your office.
I keep not looking at what I'm supposed to be looking at.
To see. I know you have a lot of questions.
I don't care that much, lady. Exploration. It's an open world space station to explore. And she doesn't sound like the lady talking to you. So you're like, what? And then when you meet up with where the doctor lady is supposed to be, you walk into the room and she's slumped over the table having committed suicide. Because she's, partially responsible for what happened to... to the, spaceship. So she committed suicide of grief. And then, you're like, what? And then the floor lowers away, and it's... And Shodan reveals herself, and you're like, she's not even really the antagonist in that game. She's she's the Cortana. Fucking System Shock 2 subverted the gameplay convention of the Cortana, helpful, guiding, mentor, companion voice in your head before Halo even existed. That's always great when someone, subverts the cliche, and then people keep using the cliche. Phantom. Oh boy. Excuse me. I don't appreciate it. Oh, fuck, that fucking... Am I dead? Yep. Your health is low, corpse. Yeah, those guys are no fucking joke. Because it's a helpful entity that's talking, and System Shock 2 didn't, System Shock 1 didn't have that. You didn't have someone who's like, I'm gonna help you survive. You just had to fucking deal with it. And then System Shock 2 starts, And it's this helpful voice that's like, yo, I'm gonna tell you where to go and what to do and how to deal with this situation. And then you get to the room to meet up with her, and it's fucking Shodan, the fucking villain, and she's like, and again, that's actually a great scene for Shodan as a villain. Where'd it go? What? Fuck you, you were frozen. Because you remember, like, when you first met Shodan in System Shock 1, she was like, you, what are you? And, like, she has this, like, weird kind of childish sincerity to her. And then you meet up with her in System Shock 2, and she's like, okay, I lied to you and pretended to be a human and tricked you. That means we're friends now. Like, I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but that's actually pretty close to what she actually says and thinks. Where she's like, okay, you have formed a human bond with me now. You have emotional connection to me, like you weird humans have. So that means you'll help me out of a sense of familiarity and loyalty. Because that's how humans work, right? This is not going well for me. Because that's how humans work, right? Like, she actually thinks because you were doing all the shit she was telling you to do when she was pretending to be this dead person that she kind of is partially responsible for getting killed, that now you're friends with her and will be loyal to her. And she treats you like her minion, but she also... And for the rest of that game, it's Shodan being like, yo, I'm gonna help you out and tell you how to beat this bad guy. And, like, she like, treats you like a minion. It's like, imagine Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty was your boss. And she still kind of hates you because you're at least partially human. Ain't got shit! Ain't got fucking shit. That's what you fucking get fucking with Morgan. What's the Phantom? Anyway. Train of thought. What was my train of thought? Shodan's a huge bitch. And then you get to the end of the game, and she's like, yeah, I'm betraying you. And you're like, yeah, you fucking know. I knew you were gonna do that. You're so bad at this, Shodan. You're such an idiot. She's like, no, join me, though. And you're like, yeah, whatever. So stupid. But anyway, my point being, without a Shodan, you do not have System Shock. Okay. Fucking scare cord. So it seems like such a wasted, oh, we're gonna make a System Shock spiritual successor without a Shodan figure. And it doesn't need to literally be like an evil 2001 A Space Odyssey space AI thing. It doesn't need to be that. In fact, it'd be better if it wasn't. But without that, it feels like you're not doing it right. You need to have a show. That is, to me, what defines System Shock's identity as a franchise, is a recognizable, and, like, even Xerxes in System Shock 2 had that flavor to him that made him a distinct entity. And he was different from fucking Shodan. He had a very different personality to him compared to her. And had a different kind of relationship with you as a player. So personally, like, I get it, you're going for the whole survival horror space station, like Ultima Underworld / Deus Ex vibe. Oh, good lord. Lemon squares. But yeah. You're not doing your job very well, by the way. Oh wait, it did. It totally shot it. Good job. Never mind. So to me, that's why this game fails as System Shock. But this game isn't called System Shock, is it? No. This game's name, the title on the fucking box, says Prey. And here's where I start to get upset. Because it's not Prey. You may start out the game with a wrench, but that doesn't make it Prey. You can't just take this fucking System Shock game. Did I take damage? What was... Music, you gotta calm the fuck down, man, seriously. You can't just take this completely unrelated Arcane was making Arcane Shock. Their little System Shock spiritual successor. And Bethesda / ZeniMax came over and it's called Prey. And they're like, what? But it's called Prey. But it has nothing to do with Prey. Prey was that weird little first-person shooter with the Indian protagonist using the Doom engine. This doesn't have anything to do with that. We're making System Shock. It's called Prey now. It's like, why? Why call this Prey? What does this have to do with Prey? And here's where I start to get to the part where this fucking game being called fucking Prey is fucking bullshit. Because Prey, first of all, number one, I really liked Prey. That was a cute, fun little game. It was this fun little game. And it had a fun little main character named Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers. And he was a Native American, again, like Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers. Wow, what is the reach with this wrench here? He seemed way farther away, and yet I was still hitting him. You play as Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers, and he had this very unique personality to it. Not unique, he had an actual sense of personality to him. A first-person shooter protagonist with a personality. The first thing that happens in Prey is you're in a bathroom and he looks up and you see his fucking face and he starts talking and being like, fuck this, I hate living on this fucking reservation. It's bullshit. I want to strike out on my own with my hot girlfriend and do my own thing. And he has this great little character arc where he goes from rejecting his heritage as a Native American individual, a Native American, and wanting to do his own thing, and then he because he is a minority, that means he has magic powers. When you're not white, you have access to magic powers. That's just how it works. I don't make the rules. But because he's Native American, he gets fun Native American powers. Like a spirit bow, and being able to come back from the dead, and having an eagle guide him around, and shit like that. You know, like what happens when you're a Native American. And he comes to accept it in that degree because it's helping him survive in this fucked up situation where he's been fucking abducted by aliens, and you kind of gotta make do with what you got going on. And then by the end of the game, he's lost everyone and everything close to him. His girlfriend's dead. He had to mercy kill her because she was taken over by the aliens. Nope. And by the end, he accepts himself for who he is and where he came from, and he saves the world and everything. And also, Prey had this great little environmental storytelling where you start seeing the slow progression of what the alien invasion is having on the because they're not there to invade, they're there to harvest, and you start seeing the effects of that as you go through the game. Prey 1 kicked ass. It's a short little game, but it kicked ass. That game was fun, and I played through it. I remember back in the day playing through that game and enjoying it. And guess what? Prey 2? Yeah, motherfuckers. Prey motherfucking 2? What was going to be the game that we all always wanted. You know, that game we all always wanted more than anything else in the world, but so far have still never gotten. That's right, a space bounty hunter game. An alien bounty hunter game. A Boba the Fett game. What is with this ridiculous... I am getting way too close to these guys. I'm like taking unnecessary hits because of my distance. I can hit these guys from across the room practically. Let's make this a little bit easier on us since I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. It was gonna be the space bounty hunter game we all always wanted. You were gonna play as this bounty hunter on an alien world and take bounties and track down your target and take them in dead or alive. It was gonna be the Boba Fett game we all have always dreamed about. And you know what fucking happened? ZeniMax raped it. ZeniMax killed it. Prey 2. Because Prey 2 was kicking ass and taking names, and everyone was so impressed and splooging their panties, including ZeniMax. And they were like, yo, you guys are doing such a good job. You're doing such a good job, in fact, that we want to buy your studio. We want to buy Human Head Studios and own them as a subsidiary of like, ZeniMax, like, Zaibatsu, what have you. And Human Head was like, nah, we're good. We want to have our options open, you know. We want, like, you guys are publishing Prey 2, and we appreciate that, and we're making a great game on your behalf. But we don't really want to. We want to remain independent. We want to remain third party for where we're at right now. And ZeniMax was like, excuse me, I said I want to buy you. So, did you just say fucking no to me? I'm fucking ZeniMax, bitch. And they're like, yeah, we're good, thanks, bye. And ZeniMax was like, time to fuck you guys in the ass. And so they basically killed Human Head Software with, like, really shady bullshit publisher tactics. Like, giving them unreasonable, shitty, like... Oh man, I wish I had a gun. I could shoot that fire extinguisher and blow it up. Garfield Langley. Like, giving them really unreasonable demands to fulfill, like, publisher demands, like, what's it called? When you're making a game, it's like, you have to have this much of the game done by this deadline. And it was, like, really bullshit, unreasonable demands. And just, and like, gave them less and less budget to do it with, and just slowly bled them dry, because they wanted to kneecap their fucking company to, like, make them financially vulnerable so that they could purchase them. They wanted to purchase Human Head Studios, so they just fucking tried to cripple them with really shady business practices. And Human Head was like, dude, we just want to make Prey 2. They're like, fuck you. You're our bitch. And it's like, god fucking damn it. Until eventually, like, at the end of all things, we're not playing Prey, are we? We're playing Prey. We're not playing Prey. We're not playing Prey 2, are we? We are not playing the fucking Boba Fett game that we all always wanted, are we? We're playing fucking a reboot. This isn't a reboot. This is another totally unrelated topic, by the way. But, man, do people not know what the word reboot fucking means. And boy, am I sick of it. I'm sick of them calling it everything a fucking reboot. What is this term, soft reboot? Fuck, that's a topic for a whole nother day. But people calling this game, this is a reboot of the Prey franchise. This isn't a reboot. This is a rape. This is a fucking franchise rape is what it is. They fucking took this totally unrelated game that that fucking Arcane was just making and slapped Prey on there out of spite. Out of spite against Human Head. And they killed Prey 2, and I wanted to play Prey 2. I wanted to play Prey 2, and now it's dead forever. It was basically almost done, too. That's what they're not going to tell. Like, they're like, oh, Bethesda. Fucking Bethesda and ZeniMax. Where's the bitch? Yo. Yo, bitch. What up? Come and get me. Come on, keep up, buddies.
To your office is 0451.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's fine. That's acceptable. 0451. That's... Oh, come on. That's what you gotta do. That's acceptable. Any Looking Glass game, gotta have 0451. Not a Fahrenheit 451 reference, by the way. That's a coincidence. Come on. So that's why I hate this game, because I wanted to play Prey 2, and they gave me this shit. And I'm not happy about it, quite frankly. I'm still really, really, really upset, actually. Point of fact. I wanted to play Prey 2, and they gave me this shit. And again, not Arcane Studios' fault. They were making their game and had this completely unrelated intellectual property slapped onto it. This did not go well to me. That fucking turret did not help out as much as I was hoping it would. Fucking reboot. What does this game have to do with Prey? You fucking idiots. Nothing. It's not like Tommy Oliver was a personality. Was a fucking like character that underwent character development. He underwent an arc. You're playing as a silent protagonist who has so not a personality that it can be a boy or a girl with no changes. Fucking Tommy had a girlfriend, and he had, like, his character had masculine features to it. Like, if you put a female character in the same position as Tommy Oliver was in Prey 1, you would have a different character who would do things differently from what Tommy did, and probably have a different attitude compared to what Tommy had. Boys and girls are different, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay to admit it. In Prey, you were fighting aliens that were like a harvest race.
Welcome back.
Who, at the end of the game, they were like,
3 years.
yo, we are the ones. Oh. We created humanity. We planted the seeds of your shitty fucking species back in the day. And now we're here to collect. You guys are our fruit, and we're here to harvest. Bubba? No. And we're here to harvest your shit. I already have a wrench, thank you. These aliens are just dumb goo monsters from fucking XCOM Declassified. School Survival Guide. Jesus. Like, And it's not like, of course this game has nothing to do with Prey. Of course this game isn't a reboot of Prey. It wasn't made as a Prey game. Don't call it a reboot. It's a fucking... Like, they just slapped the name Prey onto this completely unrelated game. Reboot. Fuck. So that's why I hate this game, because this game is a monument to the fact that we're never getting Prey 2. Prey 2 is dead and gone for eternity.
Tough day, right? If I'm talking to myself, it must be. Your memory's shot full of holes, I know. I'm sorry, but it's permanent. So the first thing you need to know is you can trust January.
It's Shodan.
A sort of backup of you and me.
It's Shodan.
It knows what you've forgotten. We've been testing a new kind of neuromod based on the Typhon organisms, mapping their neural patterns onto ours. Problem is, when you uninstall a neuromod, it resets your memory back to the moment you first put it in. That's why you forget. There's supposed to be a process that brings you back up to speed between test runs. But someone could just skip that part, turn a single day into your entire life.
Inappropriately timed idle
that's exactly
animation.
What Alex did. The question is, why? You're not going to like what I have to say next.
Looking Glass! Oh no! It's too meta! We've reached the meta threshold. The fact that it's called a Looking Glass server.
Not until I've had a chance to explain everything in person.
The fact that it's called a Looking Glass server caused the game to freak out. See, this is what. This is another reason I hate this game. Because they just haphazardly slapped the Prey name on there out of spite against Human Head to be like, Prey 2 is never gonna happen. Fuck you. Let's fuck up this completely unrelated System Shock like tribute game that isn't as good as System Shock because it doesn't have a Shodan.
I'm looking for another way to help you in the meantime. Good luck.
Fuck. Just fuck this, like... Again, like... I don't... just like how Dishonored kind of fumbled the ball when it came to trying to be Thief, I have already explained how I feel like this game kind of, I feel, fumbled things a bit when it comes to trying to be System Shock. But I could have still gladly taken it as a System Shock spiritual successor, in the same way that I took Thief. Although the fucking...
Good morning, Talos. Our resident counselor, Dr. Cole.
Although I don't think the controls on the fucking... Come on! On the PS4 version here are super great. I feel like this probably plays better with a mouse and keyboard, to be honest. Ugh. Man, I'm kind of super blitzed right now, but fuck, this game doesn't deserve me at my 100%. I fucking am so mad at it. It couldn't just be a... Oh, thank you. I will take that, finally. Oh no, day one update. Day one update, you guys. It's fine. That's why, it can't just be Arcane Shock, and it's not Prey. It's just... I'm so... Like, we have been... With this game, we have been deprived of two potentially fantastic, wonderful games. We have been deprived of Prey 2 and that promising franchise. And we have been deprived of Arcane Shock because they had to fuck over Arcane Shock and slap Prey on there to be like, as a final fuck you to Human Head for not letting them buy them. So that's why fuck this game. So fucking, like, scattershot. I'm not even sure if I really got my point across, unfortunately. But that, like, A, I'm resentful for not getting Prey 2. B, I'm resentful that they're calling this completely unrelated game a Prey reboot. And just totally fucking it with everyone's perception of what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Like, tangential but related subject of no one knowing what the word reboot actually fucking means in this fucking industry for some fucking reason. Fucking Hitman's a reboot. Yeah, that's why at the beginning of the game it shows a montage of all of the games leading up to this one. Idiots. Reboot. Ooh. God damn. I'm just going in circles now. So that's fucking Prey. That's fucking Arcane Shock. That's this pillaging of this fucking... You play as a silent protagonist, for fuck's sake! These aliens don't have anything to do with the aliens from Prey 1. They were a harvest race who came to fucking farm humanity. These are dumb mimic aliens that we're stupidly implanting into our brains for no reason. Which I have a bunch of upgrades for that. Oh, hacking! And of course, like, that's not even, that doesn't even make sense as a complaint, because of course, it's not related to Prey 1. It was never intended to be. So it shouldn't have been called Prey. Man, the gun kicked that guy's ass. Do not try and fight those guys with the wrench. And I would love to, like, give this game a fair shot and just play it and pretend it's the alternate universe where it's not called Prey. It's called Arcane Shock or whatever they would have called it. That's weird. Or whatever they would have ended up calling it. And I'm sure I would have taken it on its own merit. But I can't, because that would also mean I would have to pretend in the alternate universe where Prey 2 exists. And it doesn't. Man, I just wanted Prey 2 so badly. I was looking forward to Prey 2 for so long, man. I was looking forward to that game for years. Because holy shit, did I and do I still really want my Boba Fett game. My fucking space bounty hunter game. Where you play as a space bounty hunter. As a space cowboy. Can I... Oh, okay. Maybe one day, Prey 2 will exist again, in some form or another. Man, I, like, the reasonably happy ending to that story. Why? Is that Human Head Studios didn't go belly up. Human Head Studios still exists. Like, they survived, if not lived, through it, through the rapage that ZeniMax put them through. Music, seriously, you gotta come down. You're very enthusiastic. I know you're happy to be here, but fucking chill out. That's why I can't give this game a fair chance, because it's not Prey and it's not Arcane Shock, so I can't enjoy it as either. All playing it does is depress me and remind me that we do not live in the best of all timelines. So that's Prey, everyone. That is the story of one little fox's dream of playing a game where you're a space bounty hunter. Do I have fucking regenerating health? That is the story of how one little foxy's dream of playing a space bounty hunter game dies.
Vital signs critical.
Okay, that was supposed to kill me. Hold on. I'll go. I'll do it again. Failed at suicide. Dear Morgan, you. As the sun shines bright for forever, and the sky is blue for forever, I will think of you for forever. Pray to. Fuck this game.